it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com, and in this video we're going to put together an easy masculine card using a sneak peek from a Sale-A-Bration stamp set called Feeling Sentimental. I think you're really going to love it if you love vintagey looking stamp sets. So what I'm going to do is start with a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 of Midnight Muse cardstock, and I scored that at 4 1/4 inches. And use my bone folder and just give it a good crease. Now I'm taking the a sheet of the prints, the designer patterns print stack in the in colors for 2012-2014, and this is Midnight Muse. I love using these prints as backgrounds for cards, and so I cut it at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 so it would cover the entire front of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that with a little bit of Tombow glue. And I believe there are about 4 prints and of each color. And you get quite a few sheets, probably 4 or 6 of each. I'll have to double check that. Anyway, it's great to have on hand so that you always have designer paper for every color. Okay, so now I'm going to give that a little time to dry just a bit, and then I'm going to take my corner punch and just round these corners down here. And I can usually go through all of the thicknesses, okay, just to give it a finished feel down there at the bottom. Now, I've already cut another piece of that designer print in Midnight Muse using the Apothecary Accents framelits, and I'm going to use the reverse side this time, and I'm just sponging a little bit around the edge with Early Espresso ink. It's just barely inked up from another project that I've done, but enough to get the look that I want. Okay, and that's going to be centered right here on the card, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what you have to do when you're working with script print is make sure you've got your script right side up. Oh, have I done that upside down? Yes, I have. Okay, so we're going to put that right there in the center. And then I have another Apothecary Accents framelit cut in Early Espresso. And I'm just going to ink a little bit around the edges there. And we're going to jazz this up a little bit and add some brads, just for fun. Okay, I'll use my Stampin' Pierce mat to pierce 2 holes, and then I'm using just some metallic brads to add as an accent. Okay, since these have the brads on the back, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up right there. Okay, so here's one almost finished with this sheet. Let's be generous and use 4. Okay, I'm going to peel the paper off. Now the image I've already stamped, and you'll see it in a minute, and I've stamped it in Midnight Muse onto Bashful Blue. And I used my color coach to find the color that coordinated with the lighter color of blue, and it was Bashful Blue. So here's that image. It's an old Ferris wheel, and I stamped it. You can see the Bashful Blue backing, and I cut it out, just just around the edges, and left the little shading marks there. And I also sponged it around with Early Espresso ink just to go along with the rest of the project. So what I'm going to do here is, since I have different levels because I've popped that up, I'm going to use Tombow here and Dimensionals on this side so it's even, and give it a little stability there underneath. Okay, so there are my Dimensionals. And then a little bit of Tombow on this side. That'll be the side that adheres to that Early Espresso piece. And I'm just going to put that right there, press down on those Dimensionals. And then I have this little Just For You that I stamped on Bashful Blue in Midnight Muse. And it is from the Perfectly Preserved set that was carried over from the Holiday catalog. And I sponged around the edges of it. And I'm just going to put this just right here, and it can be used for just about any occasion. Okay, so there's a masculine card for you. If you enjoyed this, I encourage you to check out my series, Mainly Manly Cards. I show you how to use all of your supplies, any kind you have, florals, whatever, to make masculine themed cards. So visit my blog. I'll try to have a link down in the description before the video, and sign up. Take care. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye-bye.